Hello and welcome to today's tip. Online courses. Now, if you're creating an online course, a coaching program, or a membership academy, I bet you have a question that is, will my thing even sell? If I'm going to create a coaching program, I'm going to create a course, I'm going to create a membership academy, if I'm going to create anything, how do I actually check whether or not I'm going to make any money from this endeavor whatsoever? And a lot of people ask me this question. Now, when it comes to creating courses and programs, what a lot of people do is jump straight into creating their content. They start worrying about branding and slides and do my slides look pretty and what font shall I use and, shall I do what, workbooks, blah, blah, blah. And they do all that stuff before they've even checked whether there's going to be some kind of market demand. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you a few tips, a few exercises that you can do today, right now, to check whether your idea is likely to sell. Now, this doesn't just work for online courses and programs. This also applies to any type of business, any kind of service whatsoever. Whether you're a little cafe in a small outback town, right the way through to a big services-based business. You can go and use some techniques to test whether or not your thing is likely to fly. Now, another question I get, a variation of this, is, hey, Sarah, I've created my course before I met you, and it's not selling. And what can I do about that? Now, these methodologies are also something that I consider people who already have programs, products, and services go and do to see whether or not you can actually change the way that you have worded, promoted, or presented your particular thing. Because there are two main things really that stop us selling our product. One is not understanding the language that our particular audience are using, the words that our audience are using when they talk about our thing, not understanding what questions it is that they need answered, what questions and queries they're typing into Google and YouTube and Facebook search bar and writing in Facebook groups, hoping people will answer for them. They also don't know where their audience are hanging out. They don't know where their audience are. They kind of target the wrong audience. Now, to give you an example, I had a client who created courses on dog grooming. So she had a dog grooming business and she wanted to create a course on dog grooming that she was going to sell to dog groomers, right? Or people who wanted to learn how to be dog groomers. Now, she created this course before she came to me, and then she came to me and said, help, my course isn't selling. And what I found was, I said, well, tell me where and how you're promoting this course at the moment. And she said, well, I've heard to join Facebook groups that my audience might be in and be helpful and blah, blah, blah. Okay, which is one great technique. And I said, well, tell me what Facebook groups you've joined. And all of the groups she joined were Facebook groups for dog groomers. So she was trying to sell a course to teach people dog grooming to people who were already dog groomers. If I'm already a dog groomer, I don't need a course that's going to teach me how to be a dog groomer. So she had literally joined all these like dog grooming association, dog groomers, business owners, blah, 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 blah. She was literally trying to sell her program to people who didn't need it and to people who were actually technically her competition. I was like, no wonder it's not selling. See, she should have been selling it to people who are not yet dog groomers, but might want to be. So therefore I said to her, just go and join I Heart Dogs Facebook groups, right? Go and find people who literally love dogs, who may want to at some point start a business to do with dogs. So as soon as she went and moved that from the dog grooming groups, people who are not her audience, to I love dogs, dogs are the best, funny things dogs do, like all these kinds of Facebook groups that are out there, boom, sales started going up, right? So it was nothing to do about the quality of the course she created that was not making her sales. It was to do with the fact that she was literally in the wrong place using the wrong language. And so that is where market demand testing comes in. What language are they using? Question number one. Question number two, who are they really? And I'm going to show you how to find that out today in just a couple of tips. So first of all, the first thing we do before I show you the tools that I use to do this, which are free, a couple of things we want to just check. First of all, you've got this idea for a course, coaching program, academy, any type of business whatsoever. First of all, are people talking about it? Okay, this is sort of a test that we need to go and find out. Are people talking about it? The next thing is, are they asking questions about it, right? When it comes to selling ourselves as an expert, we can only be an expert if we're helping people. We can only be an expert if we have knowledge or advice or methodologies to give people. And that methodology is done by giving answers. So we need to find out what the questions are so that we can create a program that answers those questions. And the third one is it trending? So these are the main things really that we need to go and look for and investigate before we go and jump into creating our content. So are they talking about it? There's a few really simple ways to go and check this, right? First of all, go onto Facebook, right? So I'm just going to share my screen with you for a moment and show you just a couple of methods that I use. Let's do a share screen. Just turning that on for you. Off we go. Alrighty, here we are. Doing a little screen share here. Right, so Facebook, absolutely fantastic for finding out whether or not people are talking about your topic or asking questions about your topic. All you want to do is go and find the groups that your particular audience are hanging out in. So you're going to go onto your main Facebook, go to the search bar and type in things like what roles do they identify themselves with? What things are they interested in, right? Remember, you're not finding your competition or your industry, you're finding your people who haven't learned yet what you are going to teach them. Go and join these Facebook groups. Now, assuming you've joined those Facebook groups and you're in the Facebook groups where your potential target customers are, what you want to do is go and find the search bar within that Facebook group. So this Facebook group here is actually my group if you want to go and join it. So you're not going to the main search bar at the top once you're inside the group. Go to the search bar within the group and then type in keywords related to your particular topic. So for instance, I teach people how to create online courses. So I might type in online course. So I'm going to just put, for instance, online course platforms. I teach people how to use platforms. I'm going to type in platform, press search, and it will bring up every single comment or post in this group with that keyword in it. So for you, if you've typed your keyword for your topic or your proposed topic idea, it's going to show you whether or not people are actually talking about that thing, right? If you get search results then come up, you're going to be like, whoa, people are talking about this. People are asking questions about this. Tick, tick, right? You're going to see the dates. You're going to see, is this currently relevant? Is this currently being talked about? Because the post dates will show. And the other thing you're going to see are the actual questions your real target audience are asking right now. So I'd be going through here. I'd be reading all the questions people have been posting. And I'd be copying and pasting those into an Excel sheet, which later is basically going to be the content that I'm going to create. So this is one place only that you can go and work out, are people talking about it? Are people asking questions about it? Now, another thing that I really like to check is a tool called answerthepublic.com. Now, by the way, there are heaps of different tools out there. And inside my free course creation starter kit, I do actually go through this in a bit more detail with a few other tips. So do go to sarahcordner.com/starter kit. I'll just actually stick that banner up below for you so that you can go and get more tips on this as we go through. Now, answerthepublic.com is one of my favorite sites. I love it. This site has a free plan. It has a paid plan. You only need the free plan. Basically, what it does is it curates all of the questions people are typing into Google at the moment, right now. So it basically pulls together queries or questions people have typed into Google that have reached a particular level of search queries. Like, see, he agrees with me, right? Telling the truth. So what we're going to do underneath old mate handsome chappy here is pop in your keyword, your thing that you're proposing your course to be about. So, let's pretend your course is going to be about dog grooming. So I'm going to just pick that random example, type in dog grooming. Now, I tend to select the country as the US because it has the largest volume of search results. However, if I was seriously going to go and create a course on this, I would then go through all of the major countries that I'd be hoping to attract students from. Now, you hit search on this, and now it is going to bring up all of the queries that have hit a certain level of searching. So as I scroll down here, so I was just checking my microphone's on, done that before. It brings up this pretty chart. Now I'm going to just change this to visual data so it's easier for you to read. Now you can see here, how to do dog grooming, what dog grooming clippers are the best, what dog grooming supplies do I need, how much does it cost, can I do it at home, what clippers are the best, what equipment is needed, what scissors are the best. So now if I'm going to create a course on how to do dog grooming, this is literally telling me exactly what questions people are asking right now at a really, really high volume level. So again, I'm going to go and copy and paste these questions, these queries, pop them in my Excel sheet. Boom, I now am creating a course outline already that is something that people actually want right now, meaning it's really highly likely to have high market demand and sell. I mean, how cool is that, right? Now, the next thing we do is, remember I said to you, we not only have to make sure we're using the right language, we need to make sure that we are using that we're looking in the right places, that we know who our audience are. Now, in terms of the language thing, we're getting that from the questions they're typing into Google from Answer the Public. We're getting that from the questions they're writing in on Facebook. Now, there are a number of other strategies that I teach in my paid courses for finding out and using some tools and software to see exactly what language your audience are using. So by the way, that is not it. There is much more to doing market testing, but I just want to give you a few quick tips that you can get started with today. So moving on to the audience. The other thing where people stop selling their courses or fail in selling their courses and their products is they have an amazing product. It's actually never anything to do with the topic or the course itself or the content itself. It's to do with the fact that, like my dog grooming friend, they're promoting them to completely the wrong people in completely the wrong places. Of course, nobody is going to buy, I don't know, ice if you live in, the lower ends of the earth, right? You're surrounded by the stuff. So we've got to make sure we're selling it. Now, a tool that's really, really helpful for this, and it's going to depend on whether you already have an audience or don't have an audience. This is really, really helpful and it's free for you to use. It's called Facebook Audience Insights. Right? Facebook Audience Insights. So just go to Google, type in Facebook Audience Insights. And this actually gives you a ridiculously frightening level of information and data about people that you are targeting, right? So there are no secrets in life anymore. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, literally knows what color underpants you're wearing, right? Based on the stuff that you do on Facebook. And if you're a marketer, you're selling things, this is great for you because Mark Zuckerberg's gonna sell you everything, right? So if you already have a Facebook business page, one thing you might want to do is work out who your audience actually are already. Now, this is why never buy likes, never buy followers, never get your mates to follow you. Like, don't jump in these like trains because you're not going to be getting your actual audience. It screws your data and then you're never going to know who your audience really actually are. So this is why quality is better than quantity, my friends. This is where you go to Facebook Audience Insights. If you already have a page, click on People Connected to your page. Now, what it's going to do, it's going to tell you how old they are, whether they're male or female. It's going to tell you whether they went to school or not. It's going to tell you what their job titles are. So this tells me that people who like my page are mostly in administrative services. Now, I can click on that and it will tell me exactly what types of jobs in administrative services. It's going to tell me whether they're married or not, whether they have children or not, whether they've recently got divorced, whether they recently got engaged, whether or not they're pregnant, whether they own a house, what their average household income is. If I click on this button here, page likes, it's going to tell me what other pages the people who like my page actually like and are followers of. So hilariously, people who like my page, their number one page they follow is Oreos and Gatorade, right? That's because they're crazy but entrepreneurs who are working through the night, clearly getting through on Gatorade and cookies. That's hilarious. So, right, I can now literally use this in my marketing because I could go, when you're up all night on the Gatorade and the cookies, I know you are. Why not come on over and jump on my online course and learn some stuff while your brain's buzzing, right? So we can start using this. The other thing I could do is go up to Gatorade and Oreo and see if I could do a promotion with them, right? Because clearly my audience are following them. This is absolutely hilarious. So I don't even know if this is my real audience or not. I'm just showing you what's coming up in this demo thing here. So here we go. There's all these cool things that are going on. Now, the location of them shows you where they live. So here, most people that follow me live in LA, right? So I'm going to be doing Facebook ads targeting to LA and in that location, so on, right? Now, I can go really into depth with this. And get all kinds of information as to the types of pages they follow, the interests that they have, all of that kind of data. It's going to tell me exactly who my audience are. And because it tells you what pages they like, I can now literally go to those pages and go and see the people who like those pages and follow them and start connecting with them, click on their profiles, see what Facebook groups they belong to, go and hang out in those Facebook groups. You see kind of how stalkery crazy this can be. This is how this system works. And this is how you can use it free of charge to go and find your potential target audience as well. Now, if you don't yet have a Facebook business page, you would have seen when I first jumped in on here, you can go to anyone on Facebook. By the way, anyone can do this, just not just business owners. So you go to Facebook Audience Insights, go to Audience Insights, and then it will open up for you this option. Do you want just your page, or do you want everyone on Facebook? So I then go back and go everyone on Facebook. Now let's pretend I'm targeting the US. I'll keep that there for now. Let's pretend I only want to target women. Let's pretend the women I'm targeting are 25 and over, right? Let's just go for it. And people who are interested in my competitor. Right? So let's pretend, my biggest competitor is, I'm just going to come up with Tony Robbins or something for now. That's not my actual biggest competitor. I'm just making a demonstration here for you. So you'll see here now, people who are in the US who are 25 and over, who are female, who are interested in Tony Robbins. Now it's going to change the data and information we get. Most of these people are in admin, followed by sales, followed by management roles. Page likes, the pages they like are, let's go have a look. They like, oh, here we go, Tony Robbins's page. They like nutrition. They like and follow Hay House and these other influencers over here. Brilliant. So not only is this going to tell me who to target when it comes to my interest targeting when I do ads, again, it's going to show me where they're hanging out. And I'm going to go and join those, like those pages, and find out what groups are connected to those pages as well. Now let's pretend we want to add something slightly different here. I don't know, my other major competitor might be, I don't know, I'm going to just make it up. I can't even think of anything on the spot. Walker, Jeff Walker. That's coming up to my head right now. So we're going to hit enter. If he comes up. No, he doesn't. All right, it's not coming up, but you get the point, right? And so this changes who they are and where they're hanging out. We can go and find where they're hanging out, join those groups. And Bob's your uncle. We are now talking the right language. I'm just going to turn this screen share off for a moment. We are talking the right language. We're using the same words that they are using. We are also now going to hang out audience location in the correct place that they are actually hanging out in. Now, another final little trick I'm going to give you for checking, will your course sell? Does it have potential for selling? Is to check finally if it's trending or not. So let me show you how we do that. So I'm going to go back over here, share my screen. I'm going to take you to a free tool called Google Trends, our good old friend Google Trends. Now what this basically does, it's Google who track what people type into the internet all the time. They track everything you do. And you're going to go and type in your course idea keyword, your course idea topic. So let's pretend again, let's do dog grooming. That was my example a moment ago. I'm going to type in dog grooming. That's the course I'm going to go and create. I'm going to change the location to worldwide, change the duration from 2004 to present, because that's when Google started collecting the data, and see what happens. And what you can see on my screen here is a line chart that tells you the frequency of whether or not people are actually searching for this topic or not, whether it's trending in terms of discussion, trending in terms of search query numbers going into Google. And as you can see here, we have most definitely an upwards trend, meaning it is trending, meaning anyone thinking about creating a course on dog grooming is likely to have a very high chance of market demand, because there is an increased rate of searches on this particular topic. Now, if you have a flat line that comes up, that is also very good. Flat lines on Google Trends suggests that you have an evergreen topic. An evergreen topic is something that people, humans, are always going to be interested in. You know, love, sex, money, wealth, happiness, health, all that kind of stuff that, you know, humans are just always going to want, right? So flat lines also, ding, green tick, go ahead with your course idea, it's going to work. Now, the other type of obviously line you might get is one that goes down, meaning there are less searches for that query over time. This would suggest to me that your course idea, or more likely the course language wording you're using, is not going to fly anymore. People are not typing that in, they're not talking about it, they're not asking questions about it, they're not searching for answers about it. It's not trending. Therefore, you probably need to go back and change your words. Now, this is really important with the whole word thing, because when I first started with my How to Create Online Courses course, I actually came in at it from a curriculum design perspective, because that's essentially what I'm teaching, right? But how exciting is curriculum design? I mean, how many mums and dads and small business owners, like these people who are creating courses right now, are going to the internet and typing in curriculum design, right? Nobody. So my trend was like, however, I've gone on to make a lot of money from teaching people curriculum design. What did I do? Change the words to what people were typing in. As soon as I changed curriculum design into how to make money with online courses or how to create an online course, boom, trend was up. So all I had to do was change the title of the course and change the words that I was describing the course as being about. And that is often the number one thing, the tiny little change that people need to make if they already have a course that isn't selling, is I always go back and go, have you checked the search keywords? Have you used the keyword search tools that I teach to see what it is that people are writing into the internet, to see what words people are using? No. Right. Well, then clearly your words and their words aren't matching up. So when they go to Google to type in their questions or find an online course about your topic, your course isn't coming up in search results because their search query and your answer don't match. So your course just simply can't be found. And that's one of the keys to selling a course, is making sure that your title of your course, your lesson titles, your module titles quite literally match the questions that people are asking, the questions that they're typing in, because then Google goes, ooh, this phrase and this answer match. So therefore, it must be the right information to put up on the number one page. That really is the stupidly super simple secret to success, right? It's hacking search engine optimization. That's all you're doing. So this is what we're going to do when it comes to creating a course. Quick summary then is, first of all, make sure you're using the right language, the same language that your audience are using. There's a number of different tools to do that. I've shown you a couple in this video, and there are more inside my free course creation starter kit. Number two, make sure, that's number one. Number two, make sure that you are actually talking to the right audience in the right place. Your audience are not your competition. They're not people who already know about your topic. They're people who don't know about your topic yet and potentially want to learn about it as time goes on. Now, go and take away those little tips. Go and do those little searches. See if the words that you're using or plan to use match what the actual real world audience are asking, to see if your course idea has market demand. Now, if you have any other questions, of course, pop them in the comments and I will come back and answer those. Otherwise, if you are ready to create your very own online course in your own online school and start making money from it within just 30 days, come and join my Concept to Course program that starts on the 1st of March. So in just a few days, my Concept to Course coaching program is where I personally will walk, guide, help and coach you through 30 days, all day, every day, to help you get your online course created and out there. An amazing online course, even if you have no idea how to do tech stuff, right? You haven't got a clue how to do tech. Don't worry. That's why I've made this program. And it's why I help you through it. I also help you put together the course idea, put together the content, make sure it's going to be content that your students absolutely love. And we're going to do it in a way that's not terrifying and overwhelming and scary. I actually make that bit fun. And I'm also going to show you how to get it out there, how to film it, how to upload it all, how to edit it. You're literally going to be a tech ninja by the time that I've finished with you. And of course, at the end of that 30 days, you're then going to have a course that you are super duper proud of, something that you made, a legacy that you leave behind that's going to go and change people's lives. And it's going to change your life too, because you're going to have something that's going to bring you in an income 24/7 whilst you're sleeping. It's one of the most amazing and efficient ways of basically cloning yourself, right? Cloning yourself. Can you imagine how much you're going to get done when you stop having to do one-on-one appointments with people and scrounge for coaching calls? Go and put your content, your ideas, your knowledge into an online course. Answer people's questions that you get asked all the time. Put it in an online course. Sell it 24 hours a day. And then follow module 4 in my program, and where I teach you how to basically put your sales and your marketing on complete autopilot so that you always have people coming into those programs, changing people's lives, making a difference and making income. So do come on in to Concept to Course. That starts on the 1st of March, sarahcordiner.com/C2C for all of the information about that program in there. And if that's not for you, I do have a self-study course, sarahcordiner.com/create course. If you just want to do it on your own and not get my help, then you can go and self-study too. Otherwise, I will be seeing you all again very soon with step number 3 for creating an online course. So stay tuned, make sure you like and follow so you don't miss all of the next tips coming up on course creation and becoming an expert in your field. See you soon.